You need a person sitting at a desk 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a day, working leads, working acquisitions, generating contracts. The first question you have to ask yourself, how do you want your money to perform? The rich invest their money and the poor spend their money. There are simple things that you can do that set you up for success. If your goal is to build an active real estate investing business, a real estate investing company that buys and sells and invests in property, the first role that you need to hire is known as the acquisitions person. You need to step away from going on appointments, doing phone calls, taking inbound leads, making outbound phone calls, managing the follow-up. You need to get out of that because it's not the highest and best use of your time. Now, you can only step out of that when you create a process and a system and a training that somebody that you hire can step into and learn how to do it. So your acquisitions person, that first role that you need to replace yourself out of, is an acquisitions person, and they have to be a naturally born, gifted, driving salesperson. They have to be a salesperson, period, end of story. You need a person sitting at a desk 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a day, working leads, working acquisitions, generating contracts, finding deals, talking to motivated sellers, weeding through the non-motivated people and getting to the real cream of the crop. Once you have that, you as the owner can step out of that role of acquisition and actually focus on the other things. You can focus on building your buyers list. You can focus on making sure that you have capital. You can focus on what I call the back-end fulfillment pieces of this business. And so building a real estate investing business has a couple of key components. There's the front-end marketing and lead generation side. Then there's the acquisitions component where you're actually dealing direct with sellers and you're dealing with agents and you're dealing with properties, and it's the evaluation process and it's the negotiation process. Then you have the dispositions or the sales, and you're deciding what you're going to do with the property. Then you have the construction and the construction management component, and then you have leasing and the whole back end income. And so if you break your business into these segments, lead generation, acquisitions, dispositions, construction, and leasing, you have a really nice framework from which to think about, how do I build my business up? And the first role that you need to remove yourself out of is the acquisitions role. You can teach somebody that's a naturally born and gifted salesperson that can follow a process and a script. You can teach them how to talk to a seller and get down to a price and prepare and make an offer. Then what happens is that acquisitions person does that and brings you a property address and a contract and says, hey, Rob, we can buy this one for this price. What do you think?